The Sammyknocker. This is Scaring with Sammy. So recently, I gave a seminar at Transworld's Halloween and Attraction show. And my seminar was on essential scare actor safety training. And one of the aspects that I spoke upon was protecting the actors' hands. Actors that don't have props, that still want to hit things when they're allowed to be able to hit things. And sometimes the actors, they'll try to slam their hands, they'll try to swing as hard as they can. They can break the sets, they get splinters in their hands, hurt their hands. So I created a little gadget, which I call a Sammyknocker. It's really simple, slips right on, and it's something that the actors can use, and it makes a good sound. It actually teaches the actors to hit correctly, rather than driving their hands through, slapping so that they get the correct sound. Not only that, but for a character that doesn't have a prop, this is a very useful little gadget. I can still grab things, I can still open doors, and it doesn't ruin the character line. It's pretty much almost invisible in some ways. So that's the Sammyknocker. After the seminar, among other things that we discussed, I found that a number of people were interested in the Sammyknocker, asking me where I got them, and some people even said that I should sell them, but these are so simple and easy to make and inexpensive that I thought that I'd rather just share it. And if you make them, I'd appreciate it if you called them Sammyknockers. So here's how we make them. First things first, we need a couple of things. We need a piece of wood, flat on both sides. We need a phone strap. This is insulation, which is once again adhesive on one side. This is a fish. It's around the size of a herring, still a little bloody there, and a pair of scissors. Starting off with a piece of wood, I like to use bracing because I generally find that I can get the right size to it. I like to use either the thickness of half an inch or maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe 1.5 inch wide, and maybe 4 inches long. And then after that, I have to sand down the edges because you don't want splinters, you don't want sharp edges that are going to hurt the actor's hands. Next, we come to the phone strap. You can get these online. They're already set up with an adhesive, and that's a pretty strong adhesive because the purpose of it is to make sure that you don't lose your phone when you're carrying it around. So it's already ready to attach to the pieces of wood. So here I am, I'm going to attach it. I'm going to attach it sort of diagonally because I find that it's more comfortable, and that way I can fit it on the piece of wood without having the wood be too much longer. Because part of the purpose of it is to pretty much hide it in the hand so it doesn't feel like it's an extra thing that the actors are carrying. Next is the insulation. This is insulation that's usually used for door jambs or for windows. Basically, it's padded and it has adhesive already on the side. I'm going to cut a piece that's around the same size as the block of wood, and then I'm going to cut it diagonally in the same direction that I place the phone strap. And that way it's going to fit on pretty much like this. And what it does is basically it's going to make it a little bit more comfortable for the actor. It's going to protect their hands a little bit more, and because you want them to be able to have this and use it the entire time. So what I like to do after that is I like to add a little bit of masking. Now, if the actor's moving around, they're really not going to see it anyway. But for me, personally, I like to add a little bit of masking just to mask that little piece. I'll use cloth tape, hockey tape, medical tape, masking tape, floral tape. There's a lot of different colors and styles there. And basically, at that point, you pretty much have your Sammyknocker. And as for the fish, well, that's just a red herring. So, troubleshooting. What's most likely going to happen is that your actors are going to get a little rambunctious, going to put too many fingers in there, and they might end up popping these rivets. If they just pop the silicone out, you can just, put the silicone back in. That's not a big deal. If they pop the rivets, then what you'll do is you can just set it up, and then you just staple it here with a staple gun, staple it there, as long as the wood is thick enough to handle a staple gun. And that pretty much takes care of it. I've never had a situation where the phone strap has actually come off of the wood, but once again, a staple gun, boom, boom, and you're back in business. It's very easy to use, very easy to put together, and very easy to take care of, as long as you're using it correctly. So that's the Sammyknocker. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed these videos. If you like them, please like, share, subscribe, and tell me how it works when you put these things together. So that's the Sammyknocker, and this is Scaring with Sammy.